Hey, everybody. Welcome to What It's Like. This is an end of an era episode, definitely. I'm so mixed with all kinds of different emotions, and it's going to be a different type of episode today. For those that don't know, I have a 1952 Chevy 3800 Series 1-ton truck, which is currently for sale at Hershey out at the AACA Hershey Festival. As soon as I get set up in the spot, I will post something on YouTube saying where the truck is. I'm going to give you the rundown of this truck, and we're going to talk about AD series trucks. All the frequently asked stuff. It's got a 350 V8 from 1986 underneath the hood. It was the last year that quadrajets were put on. It's the last year for 4-barrel carburetor. It is backed. I'm sorry. It is 150 horsepower, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's more power than the original six. And this truck is a very balanced truck. It's not going to rip your face off in performance, but it just drives so nice. Like, it's not overly powerful. There's not more engine than trucks. So many times people build vehicles where they can't stop. This one's got the original four-wheel drum brakes, and it stops better than the '67 Mustang that I owned. That car was over-engined, I think, for what it was, but this truck doesn't have that problem. It's back to a four-speed synchro mesh SM420 transmission, which in my opinion is one of the best transmissions ever made from that era. Every time you shift the gear, it clicks. There's no sloppiness. It's freaking awesome. The noises that the transmission makes. It is synchronized, all the gears except for first, but the gears are straight cut, so it sings. So when you're at the top of third, it almost sounds like it's supercharged. It sounds absolutely incredible. In the rear is a 373 rear end. A lot of people won't tell you this, but trucks, bigger trucks like 1-ton and higher through 1975, they all have the same problem. They don't go over 55 miles an hour because it's tall gears, horsepower to rear end ratio. But mine will go 65, 70 miles an hour all day long and returns good gas mileage at that speed because of the setup. I've gotten 20 miles to the gallon out of it on the highway at highway speed between 65 and 70. Obviously, it depends on a lot of things. It depends on, where you're going. That was on a flat grade of road. But I've gotten as high as 28 miles to the gallon, fully loaded, going 50, 55 miles an hour. My truck is a 3800 series, 1-ton, 5-window with a visor. They're super rare. I've been around vehicles like heavily for the last 3.5, 4 years. I've never seen another one. I've seen ones that are similar, but I've never seen one that is exactly. It's been an incredible truck for me. And a lot of people are telling me that I should probably keep it. And they're probably right, because I'm never going to find another one like it. But it's the end of an era. It's time for it's the start of a new chapter. I'm not going to get emotional. But before getting into my sappy truck story, Chevy produced the AD series trucks, or advanced design trucks, from 1947 through 1954. The AD series replaced the AK series trucks. AD series could be had in half-ton all the way up to the big commercial. It's important to note that Chevrolet also offered cab-over designs for their truck buyers, as well as vans and other commercial vehicles. Chevrolet broke down the AD series even more by doing different series. 3100 series is the half-ton configuration, 3/4-ton configuration, 3600 series, 1-ton configuration, 3800 series, and it goes on from there. Chevy offered all kinds of different bodies, a plethora of different bodies to choose from. Common body styles included, but not limited to, the bubble bed, panel truck, canopy, stake bed, which my truck is, and the grain bed, which is what I kind of sort of wanted. General Motors offered a General Motors version of a very similar design, but with a different grille, in General Motors flavor, with a different, slightly more powerful inline six. Despite the truck being produced from 1947 through 1954, there were changes between the years. The biggest changes made in 1952 were the push-button door handles on the outside instead of the refrigerator-style door handles, 90-mile-per-hour speedometer instead of 80, which was super optimistic for the original power plant, 216 Babbitt Buster 6. The best thing about the 1947 through 1954 AD Advanced Design Chevrolet is you could get every single part for this truck. You can get fenders, you can get doors, you can get whatever you want. They made a lot of them back in the day. They were the most popular truck in this country behind the International KB series, but the KB series ended in 49. That was the most popular truck made in America at that point in time. That's what I really wanted, but parts are not the easiest thing to get for those. So I almost bought a KB6 International for it was less than half of what I paid for the AD series truck, but I didn't pull my guy told me, he's like, it's got a 16-foot bed. I was like, that's perfect. I want this for a delivery vehicle. And whenever I got there and I saw how big it was, the truck was massive. The wheels were almost half the size of me, and I'm pretty big. I'm 6'2", and it was the weirdest driving truck that I've ever drove. It was a 5-speed from the factory, overhead valve 6 in a 1947 International KB6. It was a 1.5-ton truck. It was a big truck. It was bigger than what I got now. Standing there looking at the International pouring oil out of the valve cover, I looked at my wife. I said, we're going to take this engine out. We're going to put this transmission in. We're going to switch this rear end out. She said, absolutely no project. So I had to find one that was done, and that was a tall order because they don't go over 55 miles an hour unless you switch out the rear and probably the transmission in the end. The whole drivetrain usually has to be switched. You could get away with it with a rear end swap depending on how big the engine is, if there was torque there. But the 216, I don't know if you've ever driven something with a 216. They're kind of dogs. A 90 horsepower flathead from American Motors, or not American Motors, but it would have been like Nash Motors, feels more powerful than what the overhead valve 216 puts out. But I found the 52 in Muncie, Indiana, and I drove it home. The whole purpose of me buying the truck was to, for those that don't know, I had a furniture business. I still build cabinets. I just don't build cabinets to the extent that I used to build them. Just like here and there, it might be one cabinet here, another cabinet there. It's nothing like it. I was building 4 cabinets a day. Things just got really expensive. It's not worth it anymore. And I just don't drive the truck like I used to, and I think it's time for something different. I want to get something that I could take the whole family in, and that's one of the limitations of the truck. You can only take one other adult-sized person with you unless somebody sits in the crappy seat in the middle, and then you're getting hit with the stick every time you shift. It's got an original brass door key, and then these are the 2 cylinder keys because the cylinder has been changed. Here's the VIN tag there. Coming down inside the pedal box down here, you have the emergency brake and or hand brake. Well, it's a foot brake because you would use your foot. Notice there's 4 pedals down here. That's pretty unusual. Got the high beam switch, clutch, brake, gas pedal. That used to be the starter button, but the previous owner changed it. I know that I don't have the rubber. Yes, I know I don't have the rubber pedal things on these pedals. I'm not a huge fan. They kept falling off, and one time I almost got in a horrific accident because it got stuck. So I just took them off so it wouldn't be an issue for me. You got the brake release here, which is really nice because you can cheat. You can cheat if you're on a hill. You can push this brake down and sit there at the hill, and this brake will hold you. And then when it's time to go, you can just release it right here. Excellent feature. Defrost is right here, and you just pull it out like this, and that is the on setting, and the defrost comes out of these little vents up at the top. Which is super nice. But you can't just pull that out. You have to turn the blower on. This is the fan blower. When you turn the lights on, this lights up at night so you can see it. Up here you have your headlights, 1 stop for park, 2 stops for headlights. Right here you have all of your engine vitals. You have your coolant temperature, oil pressure, gasoline gauge, battery. It tells you what they are. Over here you got the speedometer, which the needle broke off. 90 mile per hour speedometer. Notice 90 miles per hour and 80 miles an hour flipped so that you can see them. And odometer there in the center. You got, this is for the cowl vent. The best feature they don't put on cars anymore. Just above that is where the key goes. Throttle control right above that. I wish it was hooked up. It would be like a primitive cruise control. It's not hooked up. Choke above that. Windshield wipers above that. There's an aftermarket radio unit. Down here, this was for an electric fan that's no longer part of the system. Over here, that is your warmer control knob for your heat temperature. On to the glove box test, and the size of this glove box, it doesn't look all that big. The dash doesn't look all that massive or impressive or anything like that, but this glove box is the reason why the glove box test exists. It's lockable, and it's not the easiest thing in the world to get into, especially if you don't have fingernails. You have to really push this button in. But just look at how absolutely massive that glove box is. I got some business cards in there and some various parts, but I just wanted to show you I can fit. This is the iPad Pro that I do all of the videos on. It fits in there, no problem at all. And the big camera, here's my camera, here's my hand for reference, big camera. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to put the camera in because I don't want to get that all scratched up. You could put the camera in like that. All of my camera stuff will fit in here. I use this truck for various things. Like I do photography. I built furniture, and I used it extensively in both of those businesses. The iPad would fit in there too if I put it on the bottom because of the way that the glove box is designed. But since it'd be hitting off the top there, I just love showing how big that is. It's absolutely massive. You could put your lunch in there. You could put both yours, and if your significant other worked in the same place, you could put it half and half. It's a massive glove box. Something we don't get to do a lot is drive these vehicles. It's because of insurance reasons. I mean, I get asked from time to time, hey, would you like to drive this car? I'm like, hell no. You could be the best driver in the world. Somebody else can hit you. But I love driving this. You hear a click in the gear. It's just, and in a lot of ways this truck, I just got the exhaust done. It's never sounded like this since I've owned it, so in a lot of ways it's not even the same truck that I've owned. Those are tools rattling that you hear. I'm gonna get rid of those. Just leave them here. I'm about to leave to go to Hershey, which is a bit ironic that I'm driving around here, and I'm gonna be driving for 4.5, 5 hours. I have mixed feelings about it. You know, it's never a good thing to say goodbye. Maybe just see you later. I'll definitely maybe keep tabs on it. Maybe, I don't know. I just wanted to go to a good home where it's not going to get neglected, where people are going to actually take care of it and drive it. It's like I said, it's not a show truck. It's not a pavement queen. It's not pavement princess. This is a good work truck. And yeah, I'm asking a lot of money for it, but it's a lot of truck. I think it's head and shoulders better than anything that you could buy now. And I'm definitely not asking what a new truck is. I absolutely love driving this truck. It has such a great driving experience about it. The shifter is just great. I'm gonna let the clutch out. I'm in third right now. Just listen to that sound. It sounds better than whenever I owned it. I just got the exhaust done, full exhaust, manifolds the whole way back. It's got glass packs on it. The straight cut gears, it sounds like it's supercharged. When you push it into gear, it clicks. It's a very nice driving. I missed this one. It's a very nice driving experience, minus the big holes. It's a very heavy duty truck. It definitely rides better with a load on it. Man, just listen to that sound though. It just sounds so good. And it's effortless too. We're just going down the road here effortlessly. We're probably cruising about 55, if I had to guess. Yeah, 54 miles an hour according to the Apple speedometer. She cruises nice at 65, 70. Has an awesome over the hood impression. I used to call this like the Flying Fortress because of all the windows. Called it the Green Machine or the 52. She'll do everything you ask her to do. Gets in and starts up whenever you're ready to take her anywhere. It's been a great truck for me. It really has. The best truck I've ever owned. It was the only truck I've ever owned, but man, it's been a great truck. Go through the tunnel for a sound check. I live in a really cool part of the world where there's lots of arches. Speakers sound great. I'm gonna miss this truck, I really am. It's been a good girl for me. So here, we'll do sound check here. Sounds great. That was a takeoff from third gear. All right, before getting into the positives and negatives, I want to talk about the things that I absolutely love about this truck. And there isn't really that much that I don't like. I love the fact that you can wash it and nothing bends. Like new cars, like the panels and everything, they all bend. Not even newer cars, like modern cars. Like, did you ever try to wash a Prius? All of the body panels bend and stuff on the newer crap. You don't have that problem with this. I can sit up on the fender and it not do any damage to it. I absolutely love that about that. I love the fact that you can put whatever you want in the back of the bed and not have to worry about blowing the shocks out. My mom has a Ford F-150, and that's another reason why I bought this truck, is because every time I went to go get wood, I blew the shocks out. I never blew the shocks out on this truck. It's been phenomenal. It gets good gas mileage. It's set up to drive every day. It's the ultimate truck, and it could be yours if the price is right. Against it, it can be a bit rough depending on how much air pressure you have in the tires, what tires you're running. The bias tires, it seems like the more air pressure, the better. The radials, it seems like the less air pressure, the better. It's total opposite. The tires that are on it actually call for 100 pounds of pressure, and that's what I put in them, but it's not drivable. I hit train tracks and I bounced. Like, if you ever saw that picture of that Bantam flying in the sky, I felt like that, but my truck didn't go nearly that high, but I felt like that. It was insane. So I've dumbed it down to, I think I dumbed it down to 80, and then it was still not drivable. Then I dumbed it down to 65. I think it's either 65 or 50 in there now. And it definitely drives a whole lot better than it did with twice as much air. So if you're looking for the ultimate 50s workhorse of a truck, I don't think you'll find a better one than that one. All right, now it's time for Name That Tune. First person to get both the name of the band, song title, and the lyric that comes next will have their comment pinned to the top of the comment section. Every time I think of you, I always catch my breath. Thank you all so much for coming out and watching this full circle episode. It's a full circle milestone episode for me. I said I'm not going to get emotional. I'm starting to get emotional. I'm trying not to get emotional. The very first video that I ever did for the channel was on the 52 Chevy. I wanted to explain everything about all of these older cars, and I still do. And it's amazing how much things have changed in 5 years is not terribly long, but it's long enough to go through some major changes, and it's insane how far everything has come. And I thank you guys for being there with me. I thank you for everything that you've made this channel to be. It's way more than a car channel. It's a car community that I'm very much a part of. And the channel's not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. And I just wanted to apologize in a sense that I haven't really been around. I've been trying to get this thing ready to take to Hershey, but I'm happy you guys are understanding. And I hope to see you in Hershey. If you want to connect, shoot me a line. Or drop me an email at what_its_like@yahoo.com. Thanks again for everything that you bring to the community. I hope to see you out at Hershey. If you see me doing anything, please be sure to say hey. I love meeting my base. You guys are the reason this channel is successful. Until next time, toodaloo! So the dome light, which is back here, it does not work with the doors. It works with the light switch. So the light switch is up here. It's a super nice bright light so you can see everything. So just check out this dash and instrumentation. Yes, instrumentation display. take you for a ride in the dark so you can see what what everything looks like in the headlights. The headlights work absolutely amazing in this truck. It's one of my favorite things about it. It's just be able to see down the road. It's one of those bittersweet things. It's like I don't really want to sell this truck, but I feel like it's time. I'll go for a real quick putt down the road. Turn the air conditioner off here. It's kind of chilly. Somebody's gonna get a really nice truck. You're not gonna be able to find another one like this one. One of a kind. That's with the low beams on. Look at how bright those are. This guy goes past this, I'm going to turn the high beams on. It just looks, you can see miles down the road. I'm going to miss this truck. I'm not trying to make a sappy video, I'm just, you know, it's a big life-changing experience. I'm not building furniture to the extent that I was building furniture in the past. Time to get something else, I guess.